Hi, everyone. Welcome to my 78th live stream. Today is March 13th.
Hey, Brian.
Hi, Dan. How are you?
Very good, man.
Well, that's awesome. Glad to hear it. So, I actually was able to rewatch the episode last night, and I was really tempted to do it that night, but I had some homework to do, but also after I finished watching it, it was like I don't know, like 10 or 11, so I figured that was kind of late. So, I figured just might as well do it a little bit earlier tomorrow. So today. So yeah. Man, just rewatching this episode again, so much nostalgia.
Especially Daryl.
Yeah, Daryl and Carol's first appearance, and we'll get to those in a little bit. But just man. By the way, great video earlier today with Clementine. Because yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah, because Man, she Clementine has had one of the best character evolutions in The Walking Dead. Like they didn't cut her short like they did Lee. It's just seeing it for 4 seasons. I mean, I guess you can say that season three doesn't really count, but still, in general, like, yeah, man.
No,
uh,
she really changed though. Like throughout season one to four, it's just like I remember I was just looking at it. Like I kind of went back and kind of reviewed some of the series just for myself, just to kind of get a refresher. And I'm just like, I look at season one and then I look at season four, and I'm like, wow, that's the same person.
I know exactly. Um, I know that Matt earlier he mentioned like he thinks that the best child character is Ellie, but I don't know. I have to say I like Clementine more.
Oh yeah, I could definitely see that. To be honest, Clementine's just such a great character, and honestly, like I definitely say for me the highlight for her character would be season four, just because like I like how she's kind of in charge of her own group, and she's like a mom figure to AJ.
Yeah, that that definitely makes her very mature too. Like because she's a mom figure for AJ. That definitely adds to her maturity and growth. All right, so tell it to the frogs. So I mean, yeah, looking back on this, I'm just like, man, like this episode, like it's one of those things where it's like, can people rewatch it without crying? Because it's like, because you know what happens to all these characters, and it's just like, and the only characters that are still around is just Daryl and Carol from this episode. Like, you know what I mean? It's just one of those things where it's like there's such a big cast this episode, but it's like there's only two left.
Yeah. And especially like Carol's scene, I don't know why, it just makes me laugh because it's like you just have Carol like she's just dealing with like Rick's clothes. That's the big role she has.
Yeah, I remember seeing Carol first time in the show, and I'm like, oh, she looks like a nice lady. I hope she doesn't die, but I feel like it's likely. And then I find out that that's Carol from the comics. Like after I read the comics, I'm like, but it doesn't even look like her. And then and then
I heard Melissa McBride even said too that she thought that her character wouldn't even survive past season one.
man, that's talk about loyalty right there. I mean, you don't know whether or not your character is going to be around, but the fact that you got to stay for so much longer, you just stuck with it. I mean, that's loyalty. I gotta praise Melissa McBride for her loyalty to the show. Same with Norman Reedus.
Definitely, yeah. And Lauren Penn, like I would love to say that, but she did leave, but still been around a long time, so I'll give her that.
That's true. At least she came back. Um, so that does help. So at the beginning of the episode, we have Merle, who's he's on top of the roof again, or still, and he's just delirious. He's talking about his time where he apparently like punched his superior officer, and he got like sent to a stockade for like 16 months or something. Like I actually forgot about this. I thought he was talking. I thought he punched like a cop or something the first time I watched this. I didn't quite hear it. I guess it's kind of hard to hear the first time, like because Merle just sounds so tired that, and the way that Michael Rooker like kind of like half laughs as well when he's talking, it's kind of hard to understand him a little bit. But he's still a great actor. I'm just saying that understanding clearly was a little, it was hard. for that. So
Well, yeah, because you just focus on the fact that he's losing his mind rather than like what he's actually saying. But then it's like when you go back and actually like see it, it's just like, oh man, okay.
exactly, and also I'm guessing it took like one whole day for those walkers to get up to the door because T Dog chained the door, and like it's pretty clear that's like one day after, like it takes place the same time as this episode. So um yeah, you know what I mean? Like when they leave
Yeah.
Merle, yeah, because the episode when Rick and them are driving in the van later, it's the same day as when they left Merle. So like in a way, it kind of starts with a flash forward, and then it goes like back. I guess what I'm trying to say. So like the episode starts a day
Yeah,
in the
definitely.
future.
That like
Yeah,
when you see Rick and them driving like on their way back to the camp, you can tell that's like a little bit before, and then this one, it's like you can tell he's been on there for a while. They're just kind of sitting on the roof.
exactly. And like Merle just like panics and like he well first he realizes that he's still chained to the pipe and he's like freaking out. He's begging, he's crying, and it's just and then like I think he sees the tools and we get that line from him where he's like, I ain't begging you, I ain't gonna start begging you now. And he starts trying to get one of the tools with his belt. We have the walkers in the door, and so after, yeah, we get the intro after that. And so we on the road we have Rick talking to Morales, and I like how Morales is just like, well, first off, he's the one who mentions Daryl first, which is interesting because like 2 years later in their timeline, Daryl's going to kill him. I mean, I'm just saying.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna kill me in the future, Rick.
I know, and he also mentions like no one's gonna miss Merle. Well, except Daryl, and Rick's just like, and Daryl. He's like, wait, Daryl, and he's like, oh, his brother. It's like Morales. It's like he's definitely gonna be upset about that. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things where it's like no one is gonna miss Merle. Well, maybe Daryl, and it's like, wait, who's Daryl? And it's like, oh, it's just his brother. And it's like, real. Oh man, it's just if he was a
It's
friend.
so weird for me though, because I'm just like sitting here watching this, and I'm like, okay, it's so weird because I'm like, it's weird to hear Rick be confused by the name Daryl. You know what I mean? Like, it's like I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. And okay, so yeah, we have the characters. They no, well, okay. So first we do have Shane and okay. So Lori is actually giving Carl a haircut, which is the only time we ever see Carl get a haircut in the show because it's pretty obvious. Carl just keeps growing his hair out like Daryl does. So I still don't get it. Did they ever mention why Carl never got a haircut after this episode, like before his death? Because is it just because his mom was the last one who did it? Because like I thought he moved on from that, like from Lori's death. So I don't know. It's just something that like I you
Yeah.
kind of notice, and like in the past, like Carl literally this was his last haircut.
Well, it makes me wonder, like, would he have gotten a haircut if, like, let's say hypothetically he would have survived past season 8 and like into season 9? Would they have maybe made his hair like a little bit shorter or something? But I guess we'll never know.
That's true, and like we also don't know the reason why. I like to think in your rewrites or something. Um, I like to think in your rewrites, Carl's gonna have a shorter hair. I don't remember if you mentioned that, but yeah,
Well, the pictures I'm using for Carl and the rewrites have him with like some pretty short hair. So there's your kind of answer right there.
yeah, it was just I think there are more pictures of Chandler Riggs instead of like current Carl, or at least Carl from the last couple seasons. Um, so I guess I wasn't 100% sure with that, but yeah, that's cool. So we have that discussion with Shane, Carl, and Lori, where Shane brings up the idea of catching frogs, and I never got this before, but it's like like he says that's a good idea. Also, they taste good, but Lori gives that line where she's like, "I'd rather eat Miss Piggy," like because he said Kermit the Frog, and it's just like, I don't know. She even said like, yes, that sounded weird. I think that's what she said, but I don't know. It's just kind of it was kind of funny. And then we have the characters hearing the alarm go off, and they're just looking, and they see Glenn in his. Well, they don't know it's Glenn yet, but they see the red Challenger, and man, the way he just stops and just like he immediately stops and like Dale's like, okay, turn it off, and then like Shane wants him to pop the hood, but Glenn. I remember watching this, and Glenn's just like, wait, what? And then like Amy's just like, where's Andrea? Like, it's just like, oh man, it's just chaos.
They're overwhelming him.
Exactly. It's just like I don't know. It's just So yeah, they stop the horn and the characters just talk like Glenn even mentions how like yeah everyone's fine and it's like well Merle not so much and um so then we have the van that comes in, and oh yeah, so Morales kind of like he says like let's meet them like I guess everyone, and the way Rick looks, it's like Rick is probably thinking like I'm not gonna know anybody there, like in the camp, like I'm gonna be the new guy in school, you know what I mean? Like I got to make new friends, and it's just like oh Rick, you have no idea, like you
You're
know.
going to be the future leader.
Well, not just that, but it's like Rick is probably like I'm not gonna know anybody there, and then it's like 10% of the camp are people you knew from the past, so or like yeah 10%. The camp's like 30 people, I think. So yeah, um, and man, just the acting, it's so well done because Shane is the first one who sees him. Like and it's just like, man, John Berthel did a great job here because like Shane's face is not of like, oh no, me and Lori did this thing. It's like, no, no, his face is like literally shock and disbelief. Like, because they actually say that Lori and Shane were not thinking about the relationship when they saw Rick. That's not immediately what they were thinking. It was just shock. Like,
It's kind of like just imagine
The
the
second
second
when they
when they
see
see
Rick,
Rick,
it's
it's
like they
like
almost
almost
like
like
forget
forget
that
that
for a
for a
second.
second.
yeah, and this is better. This is better than the comic version. Like, I'm just gonna say this because in the comics, like, literally, Rick is just like my wife and son are probably dead, and Glenn's like, well, I'm sorry to hear that. We got this camp, and then immediately,
Dan,
wait, Matt, what just happened?
I think Matt just like popped up.
Uh, okay, um, that was that was kind of weird.
Kind of quick.
Yeah, and quick. So yeah, I was just saying like the show did it better because like in the comics, Rick just mentions how he doesn't know what happened to his wife and son, and then immediately the camp and like Lori and Carl are running towards him, and then even Shane just like touches Rick on the back and is like, oh hey Rick, and then it's like, like he's not at all like that surprised, but here it's done so much better. So I just wanted to say that.
Yeah,
This one's a
definitely a
lot
lot
better.
better, and
I
I
do
do
like the
like the
one
ones
where
where
like
like
Rick
Rick
like is
like is
hugging
hugging
Lori and Carl, and then he just looks over at Shane, and Shane's just like he kind of has to quickly get rid of his like upset like face, and it's like he does like this fake smile.
Yeah. Because man, like this was well done. Like first off, I don't know, like this might be a hard discussion, but like I feel like the Grimes first reunion is still maybe the best one that the show has ever done. Like yeah, Lori's not the best character, but I mean like in terms of reunions that we've got to see on The Walking Dead, like there hasn't been a whole lot of reunions and or at least happy ones. And this is probably one of the best ones. Like it's got to be in the top 3.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. I don't know, man. I wish Denai Guerrero would have stayed because then they would have had the plan in place to like have Michonne and Judith like find Rick or something, and like maybe you could have a similar moment like this if if they wanted to do it in the movies or something like that.
I know. It's so weird. They're all split up. Like Rick's with the CRM, and then Michonne is with these this
Pioneer Rebellion.
pioneers cowboy herd group. Like, and then Judith is by herself in Alexandria. No parental figures whatsoever. So I just don't know what how they're gonna all. This would have worked so much better if at least Michonne was with Judith. But now, like, I don't know how they could recreate the scene. I guess.
Agreed. Yeah.
Looks like Rowdy joined us. Hey, Rowdy.
Hey,
Hey man.
hey, did my message like just send in the chat? Because I sent it like 20 minutes ago when I left Walmart.
Oh, I don't know.
Not
No, I've
20
seen them
minutes
for a
ago, but
while.
15.
well, we started 14 minutes ago, so
Yeah.
So I must have sent it like started.
I'm not really
I live
sure.
really close, so
Yeah. Well, hope you're good, Rowdy. Hope you're doing good.
Yeah, I'm fine. I had to get marked for a short film that I'm doing Monday.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
Tell it to the frogs. Me and Dan were just talking about how, in the picture in the thumbnail, how this reunion might still be one of the best reunions in The Walking Dead. Like,
Definitely.
yeah, and like it's sad that they can't really do it with Michonne and Judith that we know in a way that makes sense because Judith's in Alexandria, Michonne's with these pioneer cowboy people, and then Rick's with the CRM. So it's just like, man, how they can't? I don't I see how they can recreate this scene. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
And
It
it
wouldn't
wouldn't
be
be
as
as
It
good.
wouldn't be
good.
as good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Man, it could have worked with Carl if Carl was still around.
Wow.
I watched this episode and I'm just crying. I'm like, dang it, Gimple, why did you do it? Why did you kill off Carl?
For real.
Hey,
Hey,
you
you
know
know
what's
what's
funny?
funny?
Morales
Morales
calls him
calls him
Helicopter Boy, Rick.
I know the foreshadowing. It's so it hurts. It hurts.
Intentional foreshadowing.
Yeah, and
But it's just
Yeah.
like you know darn well they didn't plan this way back in the first season. I mean,
No
oh,
it's
they
just
way.
definitely
like
did.
it's like okay, that coincidence though.
I know. Um,
Yeah, for
Did the
reals.
frogs tell it to you, or did you tell it to the frogs, though?
What? What?
okay, Matt, Matt, what are you doing, man?
Is Matt okay? Is Matt okay?
I don't know. He's playing Grand Theft Auto 5, so who knows? I don't
That's
know.
that's kind of a vibe though. Maybe he's filming Survival of the Fittest or something.
Yeah,
He's working on this sorrowful life right now, from what he's told me, but I don't know how that's
Oh
connected.
really? Yeah, I
yeah.
heard that's getting a new season. I'm, I'm gonna say the F word.
Oh
Wow.
wow.
Nice,
Um.
Mickey. Nice.
Let's wait. Oh wait. Oh yeah. Mickey just said that. Um. Okay. Yeah. I thought I didn't see I didn't see him type that. Um. Okay. So yeah. This reunion so amazing, so well done, and just the music. Oh boy. Okay. So just everything that happened in the scene, it's so well done. This reunion is,
The
it's got to
music's
be in the
great.
best. Yeah, it is. It is. And so we have the characters at the campfire at night. Rick talks about, Rick forgets to talk about Wayne and instead talks about how he felt like he was in a dream or something when he woke up, like it wasn't real. And
Yeah, just echoing that weird theory that he's been like in a coma this whole time.
oh yeah, I hated that theory.
Oh my, no,
It was so bad.
no.
But like someone said though before, like there's that theory has like completely been it's not even possible anymore because it's like he's not even there. Like how can he have a dream when he's not there?
Yeah, like with
Exactly.
Merle, in that scene with Merle. Like, Rick's not there. I don't know.
It'd be stupid too, and anticlimactic, and make everything pointless, and like, yeah.
Man.
Okay, so we have. Oh man, we just have Rick thanking Shane, like, thank you for taking care of my family. And it's like, oh, Rick, you have no idea how much Shane has taken care of your family. I'm just kidding. Yeah, like a Robot Chicken showed. Rick really, Shane really treated Lori like Rick did. Okay, so I'm just.
Yeah.
Oh
Let
my.
me say that.
Oh boy.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it just me, or like they need to do like another like Robot Chicken for The Walking Dead?
They should, yeah. And honest, those
Maybe
guys.
if they like roast Spear.
Oh yeah, I would I would love that. Um, except I don't think I don't know. It's just like yeah, they should definitely do Fear like four seasons. Well, maybe the first couple seasons, and then no, they should do everything up to season 5, and then stop there.
Yeah.
Make
Make
fun
fun
of
of
Virginia.
Virginia.
Yeah, that would be hilarious. Um,
For
For
real.
real.
so okay, so yeah, we have the character. So we have Rick and Lori just talking in their tent, and they, make up. So we have. Okay, what else do we have? All right, they wake up. I think they wake. Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
the frog told Matt like he didn't want to be a
Matt,
frog anymore. And then the
Matt.
frog farted and blew up, and then he disappeared, and then
Matt,
What?
Okay, are we getting an April Fool's prank or something?
it's not
Is he
April.
drunk? I
I,
think Matt is drunk.
I don't know, Matt. Listen, man.
It's a good theory, to be honest.
Matt, listen, man. Maybe you're just playing a joke on us, but like, dude, like seriously, are you messing with us? Like, what's going on? Like, because we really want to know.
Speaking of, I mean, a few days ago, I don't know if you saw me, but Matt said he's probably not gonna come to the streams much anymore because he's busy with like writing.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. Um,
I mean, I'm pretty busy too, but I always like to clear some time for the streams.
yeah.
Same, same.
Um,
Like, I'll be honest. Sorry if I'm cutting off, Brian, but this might be my last stream where I'm on fully for a while because the next few weeks are insane with work. I mean, I got my exams coming up already,
oh wow.
but
Oh yeah, dude, that's no
that's
problem, man.
college. That's college for you, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm about to know.
Yeah, I mean, are you going to college, Dan?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, good luck, man.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah. Even though I graduated, I still have to worry about college because I took. Why did I take one class right before I got my new job? It's like,
Uh, yeah.
anyway, it
Hopefully
is
you get
fine.
everything done as soon as possible.
Yeah, you definitely, it's definitely understandable to, focus on school, at least until you finish
Yeah,
and stuff.
definitely.
Definitely. Like,
So,
I love these streams, but my education is more important.
I'm hurt now. I'm hurt now. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Uh,
Get out of here, Rowdy.
Brian's like, how dare you?
yeah. It's like, have you guys seen people in the comments who in videos who are just like, I have to study for an exam, but this came up, so I'm doing this now. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're choosing that over doing doing good on their exams. Like I don't know. I've seen comments like that, but I don't know if they. I don't know if anyone actually means that.
I
So
mean, yeah. Well, let's just keep going with the episode.
yeah. Thanks. So okay. So yeah, we have the group at the campfire, and just we just have Dale, who's he mentions Daryl. He's gonna come back, and like
Very remorseful when he comes back from this hunt.
I know it's like because like yeah, because Daryl, because it's pretty like yeah, it's just Daryl is like and Shane and Rick, they're like literally the three toughest guys in the camp, and yeah, um anyways, we have okay, so we have the characters saying good night to each other, and okay, so it's morning time, and then Rick wakes up, and man, we get
I want some clothes for you, Rick.
yeah, we get that, and it's just like, oh man, like I remember thinking this, I'm just like, man, like I like Carol really looking back on this, like man, how could we have predicted she would become this kind of character in season 10? Like especially after episode 18, like you know what I mean, recently, like how much she's grown as a character and just how much she survived, man. My goodness.
I don't know what's been up with Carol, honestly. Like, I overall found season 10 really like.
Well, you know it's bad when even the Daryl character is mad at her. Like that's when you know her character has gone down a weird path.
Yeah, totally. I mean,
Definitely.
when even the characters can't tolerate these their friends, like then it starts getting kind of bad. So oh yeah, and it's like after she washes Rick's clothes, you think he could have been like hey, there was something in my pocket, like you think do you have that, like can I have that back please, like yeah, imagine like Carol washing the clothes before Rick wakes up, and she just sees the grenade, and it's
Wick.
like, did I say Wick? Oh, I'm sorry, Rick.
John Wick.
Uh,
Yeah, Rick wakes up from like an explosion, and he'd be like, "Ah, I should have warned them."
yeah, just
Oh, God.
imagine she's just looking through the pants, the grenade falls out. It doesn't explode, it just falls out, and just like what?
She just runs.
Yeah, she just runs first. Uh,
No, you. it's like in Ed's pockets or something, and he pulls it out thinking it's a razor,
Oh
to
my
like
gosh.
trim his beard.
Oh
I
my
wouldn't
goodness.
I wouldn't cry for him.
No, 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 no one would.
I wonder
Nope.
like if Carol would have like actually like killed him if like he survived longer. Like if we got to the point if Carol would have taken him out.
Oh yeah. Well, season 10, Carol, you know full well, like he'd be dead.
Yeah, he
also
would have been dead.
Also, Rick would not. If Rick saw what was going on after Shane, if Shane didn't do that, like Rick would have noticed it too at some point, and he would have put a
In
stop to it.
season 5, especially.
Yeah, exactly.
Season
Um,
5. Which season was Rick like the most like sadistic in?
I don't know. It's kind of hard to say because um, there've been a couple of moments. So like season three, when he lost Lori, he went totally psycho like around there. And then he kind
Hearing
of
voices and stuff.
yeah, and then and then the end of season four when he killed the claimers. Rick was pretty psycho back then, and then pretty much most of season five. I would say as a season overall, season five, but like even season six a little, and then after he lost Carl, like yeah, Rick was totally psycho in
Yeah,
season eight. So
Season
definitely.
6 too, because he like went in there and just slaughtered a bunch of people. Like that was, that was his decision.
Yeah. I mean, did you ever find it weird? Like I forgot what episode it was in season 8, but like Morgan and Reg they're captured by the Saviors, and they
I think it
start
was like
like
Yeah,
14.
talking,
episode
and then
14. Yeah.
they kill all of them, even though like one of them literally saved Rick's life. Like I found
Yeah,
that
Yeah, I
kind of
know.
like that
Meeting's
was
the one,
like
the guy that's like literally like dying, and he's like, "You said," and Rick's just like, "I lied," and he just shoots him.
like
I'm just
what?
like, "Whoa."
Like
I,
Jared, fine. Like Jared, I give you Jared, okay?
Well, yeah,
exactly.
if Jared, it should have been like if Rick wasn't dealing with the other saviors, like I'd be like, yeah, let's have a scene where Morgan's like killing him, then Rick's just like, oh, I'll help you, Morgan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like rewatching this up. I don't really think about that when I rewatch this episode because I'm just thinking I'm like, no, this feels like how it like this was perfect. Like at least how Rick was portrayed this episode, and then later it's like, yeah, they it needed some work. Um,
Well, yeah, especially with like season 8, like when he's just murdering people.
exactly. Okay, so we have so we have Glenn who's just he's upset because his car's getting stripped down, and it's just like it's funny. He calls them vultures. Like it's just like, oh, Glenn, like you have no idea like that there's gonna be a group called that in the in a spin-off show. Hey Matt, um, Matt, if you're not talking, can you mute your mic, Matt? Oh,
He's
okay.
waiting for you to make like another freaking joke, probably.
He just hung up.
Yeah. Um, okay, so anyways, what happens? Okay, so yeah, we have Rick waking up, he goes to Lori, and then we have the part where he kind of tries to, talk to Lori about what happened, about, how they left Merle behind. And Lori doesn't she doesn't really want to hear it, but then
She said it was the girl's decision to go back.
yeah, and then we hear the scream from Carl and Sophia, and
Oh,
man,
iconic right here.
yeah, that's true. And the way they're running, everyone's just running, and we have like someone must have said like I don't know, did someone tell Shane like to give Rick a weapon because like it reminds me of like the Avengers. It's like get this man a weapon, and Shane just does it. Like he just gives Rick that he just tosses him that pipe or whatever, and it's just like
He just catches it and keeps going.
I know.
Yeah, that's
And
really badass.
I know. And then we have the characters they're surrounding the zombie. And man, Greg Nicotero, this was one of his best zombies ever.
Most
Um,
definitely.
yeah, I
Hey,
mean,
was Leahy actually drunk at the cheeseburger picnic or no? I gotta know.
Who is
wait, Matt, who are you talking to?
I was just asking Dan if he knew if Leahy was actually drunk at the cheeseburger picnic.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so do I. Anyway, okay. Thanks, Dan.
Matt, what's going
who
on?
is who is Leahy?
talking about a show we've been watching, but I don't really know why he's mentioning it here.
I'm guessing Trailer Park Boys.
Yep. But it's so, dude, it's so random.
I know it is. I don't know.
It
I
is
guess
funny though.
the boss got to him. I don't know.
Man,
Yeah.
I don't even know. That's
Did
just
the boss
weird.
brainwash him or something? Like,
I
what
don't
did he
know.
find
Me,
out about?
I'm scared. I feel sorry for Matt if that's what happened. Like, I mean, who knows, man? Like, he was the most exposed to the boss.
Yep.
But
I mean, yeah. The
uh,
boss,
man, like, okay, so really, so I guess just back to the episode, man. When that Walker was, eating the deer, like, I kind of had to look away a little bit because I'm just like, man, like, just the way they did the effects. It's not like bloody CGI. It's nothing like that. It's not just fake blood or whatever. It just the way the meat and just the way they make that and the sounds, just like, like this is not someone who's
it was.
getting devoured. It's not someone exactly getting devoured, and it cuts like.
He's
I gotta
he's
say.
CIA brainwashed by the boss.
I know it.
Anyway,
Are
what's
you
up,
watching
boys?
the stream? Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, I've just been watching the stream and popping in and out, just saying whatever random crap comes to my mind.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
I mean, hey, if you want to hang out, you're free
Matt,
to, man.
yeah, yeah, you're free to
I
hang out.
can't stay super long because I'm at a birthday party right now, so I thought I'd just pop in real quick.
Okay,
All good,
That's
dude.
fine.
you can
I mean, I
still,
just got
Just
back
um,
from
in the
Walmart.
background.
yeah, Matt, you can still type something in the chat about this episode if you want, or any questions you have, and I'll still read it.
Awesome. What was I gonna say? Oh, you're in the back of a Walmart, Rowdy?
No, I came back from Walmart like 30 minutes ago to get props for a film I'm doing Monday with some friends.
Oh, thought you said you were like sitting in the back of the Walmart while talking.
Yeah, I'm just like in the back. I'm just like in a toilet paper fort, cuddling up
You're in
doing
the
the stream.
you're in the back aisle just by yourself, like, oh, okay, guys, I can talk real quick.
You're in a Ford made of
Literally,
gold.
you, you
you
just hear
just
an
hear like a
employee at
whoa.
first. It's like, what are you doing here?
Hey, I'm doing a Walking Dead stream. Leave me alone.
You shall not pass in Rowdy's fort of toilet paper. None shall pass.
Yep. Rowdy
None
is
shall
the
pass.
fortress.
Uh,
Yes. Do
okay.
I want to do that now?
I don't know. I don't
Live
know.
on
That's
stream, he's
COVID
like,
though.
guys, I did it.
Oh, that'd be
Hey,
awesome.
Humanity season 2. They get surrounded by zombies. They just build a toilet paper fort.
Oh,
Oh Lord.
That's
oh,
some fear level writing. That's some
eh,
fear season 5 level writing.
yeah. Can you guys imagine? Imagine someone wraps themselves in toilet paper in The Walking Dead, Fear or World Beyond, and the walkers can't bite through. Like, would you stop watching the show? Would you be like, oh no, I don't buy it?
If it was World
Like,
Beyond, yeah.
yeah,
Man, you can just imagine Daryl doing something like that.
Oh no.
yeah.
But yeah,
Nah,
guys,
no way.
do you guys hear that season 10, 20, episode 21? We got a synopsis for it, like somewhat of a synopsis. And
I
it
mean,
literally it sounds terrible.
Well, it just sounds like it's literally all about Carol and will she or will
yeah.
she not leave? And then apparently she just doesn't. I'm like, well, then what's the point?
Apparently the whole episode is just Carol contemplating that with Daryl trying to convince her to stay.
Yeah,
Oh my
and
god.
Daryl's just like out there, like I don't know if you guys saw the sneak peek, but like he's just like going under cars and stuff. I'm like, man, what a weird looking episode.
Yeah, it already looks like 20
It it,
episode 20 looks good though.
it does look weird because like Daryl's going under a car, and when I was watching, I'm like, "What are you doing, Daryl?" And then you have the zombie who just is goes in the back, and then Daryl's like, "Hey!" And then the car's like just about to crush him. It's like, Daryl, why'd you go under the car? That's like you're a veteran survivor. That looks stupid. Why would you ever do that?
For real.
It's like, hey, I got a spinoff. Like, be careful.
Yeah, that's like
Daryl's
you're
like,
beyond The
guys, I got a
Sims.
spin-off. I'm fine after the main
Yeah,
show, so I'll just do whatever I please.
Yeah.
for real.
You know what's funny?
I'm angry that they announced a spinoff.
Me too. They never should have done it. They never should have done it.
No, I think the spinoff is fine. The idea of it is fine. Just the announcement because we're not gonna worry for Carol Daryl at all.
Well,
Exactly.
and people keep asking like Norman Reedus. I remember like Jimmy Fallon. He interviewed him recently, and he's like, "That must mean you guys survived, though, right?" And he's like, Norman Reedus is like, "Oh, well, you never know, though. Like, you never know." I'm like, dude, like, nice try at trying to keep suspense.
The spinoff is like actually like a flashback.
Or
It's in between
oh
season 2 and 3.
wouldn't that mean we would need all the characters to come back from season 2 to 3
Like Carol and like Daryl, we find out between season 2 and 3. There's like 9 months. Carol and Daryl just went off together for a
from
while.
the group? Oh man, that would make
Don't give them ideas, people.
wait. Actually, guys, I like the idea because Norman will have to get a haircut. I like the idea because he has to get a haircut in order for it to match.
They'll just keep his hair
Yeah.
long and say that he grew it out during the 9 months.
That is unbelievable. How does Daryl?
They would, dude. They would pull something like that.
Oh, the hate.
You know what was a similar thing that they did was in the Breaking Bad movie, a certain actor gained like a crap ton of weight, and it took place before the final like episodes of the show, and then it looks weird because he's like really like fat in this freaking movie. Then when you go back to the final episodes of the show, he's just slim again.
Oh my
Oh
god. I
yeah,
think I know what you're talking about. I
yeah. I was
mean,
gonna say.
Just because
Oh,
Brian hasn't seen it, I won't want to spoil who it is or anything. But
yeah.
yeah,
nah.
Well,
No, I know who you're talking about.
thanks, Matt. Thanks for not spoiling
Yeah.
who
You should
becomes
watch
fat,
it though, Brian.
who becomes fat and then slim.
Brian, seriously, if there's any show you need to watch, it's Breaking Bad.
get
Yeah,
on
like
it,
one of the
bro.
best. It's my
Dude,
favorite
honestly,
show.
if you love TV shows, you owe it to yourself to watch this.
Yeah,
It's a
like
must-watch for sure.
Yeah,
seriously,
I don't know if I don't know if I just enjoy good TV shows or just Walking Dead because I've tried to watch other shows and like I just can't get invested in it. Maybe I don't know if it's because it's not good or if it's because it's not Walking Dead. Like I don't know that for some reason. I can't figure it out.
I mean, it takes me like I have like a system when I watch a new show. I call it the 3 episode rule. Basically, I watch 3 episodes, and if by the end of the third episode I'm not into it, then I don't continue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
Uh,
smart
that's
idea,
actually a good way
actually.
of doing it.
That's like what I did with Prison Break. Like the first 2 episodes wasn't like too invested, but after episode 3, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. Hey guys. So I just want to get back to the episode. So Daryl is going to make his first appearance soon. Actually, we didn't get to it yet, but yeah. So we have Greg Nicotero as a Walker. One of his best and scariest, I would say, Walkers that he's ever done. And man, it's just and it's funny. Even though Rick and Glenn killed dozens of zombies like last episode, like they're just hitting the zombies. They're like giving it the Negan treatment and just like beating up the zombie. And it's just like imagine Negan just shows up with Lucille and it's like, no, this is how you guys are supposed to do it, and just like bashes the zombie's head in.
And he like walks away. He's like, now look, don't tell anybody you saw me. You're not supposed to see me for another 6 seasons.
I
Yeah,
know,
when he
man.
come out of the RV, it'll all make sense.
Yeah, don't worry, okay?
Exactly. And then we have
Even the
the
Glenn.
oh no. Okay, so
He just looked at Glenn and then walked away.
and then okay, so we have the first appearance of Daryl. He just comes from the woods, and
Be
I
back in a
love
sec,
it.
boys.
All right, dude.
all right, see you, man. Okay, so we have the first appearance of Daryl, and uh, man, I just love like me and my brother still love this to this day, where he was just like when he's upset with about the deer being infected or like tainted now, he's just the way he kicks the zombie and just the way he insults it. It's just hilarious.
And then he makes fun of Daryl's hat.
I know. I never understood it the first time he said it. Like I heard pond, and then hat, but I'm like, okay, I don't know what he said. Was he saying that Daryl's hat was like a boat or something? Like I still didn't quite understand. I don't know. It just um. So yeah, Daryl actually he brings up the idea like if they could eat like outside the bitten part and you know
He's
Shane.
like, yeah, we should not risk that.
It's like, oh Shane, it's like you can totally do it. Just look at Nick from Fear the Walking Dead. He eats infected dog. I mean, just oh, it's just
Yeah,
it,
like,
that's
I
not
mean,
canon. That's not canon.
well, could it kill you?
It,
No, I
in
mean,
real life, you would get an infection from that. So in fiction, if you don't get an infection, yeah, I mean, come on. Um,
I mean, when you first watched this episode and you looked at Daryl, did you expect him to be like a leading character like
No,
8 seasons later?
No, no way. In fact,
no.
I definitely did not. I think they said that like literally Norman Reedus was only supposed to be like in like a little bit of the show, like a couple seasons max.
Yeah.
And just like,
You guys
man,
want to know my honest opinion about Daryl's appearance? I literally thought that his opinion, like his, yeah, like honestly, I feel like when I was watching it, I'm just like, okay, they're clearly setting up this character to be like, kind of a minor threat within the camp that'll they'll have to like kill at some point because he'll be too much of a troublemaker. And then just like 10 seasons later, I'm so off.
He look at that. He's like a full-on dad.
I
wait,
know.
well, Daryl being a dad, not really. I still cannot see it.
Speaking of Daryl being a dad, did you hear the theories about him and Leia?
Yeah, I know. He's got a secret child too.
No, just yeah, yeah. So yeah, is Daryl gonna abandon his child now?
Daryl
Man,
Jr. walking around with a little vest.
man, everyone's a
DJ.
man. So what's with the dads never getting to their kids and knowing that they had a kid or something like seriously on the show.
That kid will never get a haircut. It just like as soon as the kid's hair starts to grow, it just will continue from there for the rest of his life.
No, Commonwealth, because Commonwealth probably has a barber, right? It just
Oh
like
yeah,
seems
they
like
do.
Daryl walks in, everybody looks at Daryl. You have no excuse. They're just
I
like
know.
grabbing and dragging him in
They
there. He's
they
just like,
really should make a joke though. Like let's say Daryl and Carol are like walking around the Commonwealth in season 11, and she's like, "Hey, barber, hey, that'd be a good idea to take that thing off your head." You'd be like, "Nah, really
Yeah,
funny."
yeah, yeah. Just a quick scene of Daryl just going nah, and then there should be a scene. Yeah, and then did you guys see the sneak peek with Princess?
yeah.
Yeah.
Doing the little thing and
I
getting
did, yeah, with
questioned.
Lance.
Also, like it's funny. Her hair looks wet, so I'm just thinking. I'm like, man, did they like rinse her or something? Like, because the Commonwealth is like they're clean freaks. I'm just thinking. I'm like, they have showers. Somebody get Daryl now. Like, man, if only Daryl went with them.
Or
Just
or they
imagine.
took a dog and they waterboarded her.
I don't think Commonwealth did that. But yeah, I'm
That
just.
means CRM, but
Oh yeah, CRM definitely.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because CRM just has everything.
Except
Yep.
laptops, like and
except
computers, like
anything but walkie-talkies or tape recorders.
yeah,
Or tape recorders.
like I don't
Yeah,
get it. Like I thought Jadis had like a satellite phone or something. You know what I mean? Like back in season 9.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking, I'm like, how did they have tape recorders? A satellite phone, like that's even more impressive than a computer that's
and think about it.
I'm just like what?
Jade isn't even in CRM.
I know she's a scout. She's a outside or spy. It's just
Exactly.
man, like that just gets me. That gets me. The tape recorders.
Oh my god.
Um,
Fear the Walking Dead, it's walkie-talkies, and World Beyond, it's tape recorders.
Fear the Walking Dead with their walkie-talkies though, so much.
you know what
Especially season 6.
I was just gonna say.
Go ahead, Brian.
I was just gonna say they should end the walkie-talkies. Like imagine the characters like don't have batteries anymore. It's over. Like, or the radio towers don't work like that, and it's just like, I mean, that would be an interesting challenge in the story. How do characters talk? And now, you know what I mean?
But the logic of the show makes it so they have unlimited battery.
That's true.
Yeah, well, even the main show actually had walkie-talkies. I remember back in season 10, episode 15, the tower, like Daryl's trying to reach Gabriel, and I'm just like, and it keeps cutting out. I'm like, of course it is. It's all the way out in like 10 years in the apocalypse.
Yeah, it'd be cool. Like, you don't think of them rid of them completely, but make it so it's a struggle, you know? Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe like Alicia get some characters get stuck somewhere and then like they're trying to communicate.
yeah, guys. I've had the same phone for like 4 years, and when I watch YouTube videos, it's starting to like give me a black screen, like not show the.
Really?
Yeah, that's how much I need a new phone. Like it's not.
Apple?
I mean, I mean, it's like Cricket, wireless. I'm not really sure. Yeah, that's my network, or I don't know. It's just
Type.
yeah. I honestly don't know. No, it's not Apple. It would show the Apple logo. It's not Apple. But yeah, I'm just saying like like 10 years in the apocalypse and walkie talkies still work. No, my phone is not working anymore after 4 years. Like, give me a break. Like,
Wait,
And this is a walkie-talkie we're talking about.
I have a
exactly.
question.
Yeah.
In theory, let's say like you could fix a cell phone tower on The Walking Dead, and you found two working cell phones and charged them. Could you communicate in the apocalypse?
Okay.
Oh,
One thing. Okay. I don't know. One thing. Phones should still work if you have like if you have like downloaded music on your phone and you charge your phone. If you have like power and stuff, that should still work. I believe. But anything else, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure about anything else.
Okay,
Um,
honestly, I haven't seen any of that. You know?
exactly. Hey, by the way, guys, did anyone see episode 19? One more. So I know Dan saw it, but like Rowdy
I
did.
did. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was okay. I
Okay,
thought it was
okay.
okay.
Actually, yeah. Actually, just to let both of you guys know, probably after the stream, I'll send a link to my review because it's uploaded. I just forgot to send the link.
Oh,
Huh.
okay. Yeah, we can talk about it on Dan's review. Um,
Yeah.
I just said the name of his channel. I just said the name of his channel
Yo,
without
I have
trying.
a question.
Name drop.
Did you like change the setting way your channel name appears? Because I remember it used to be all capitals like 2 months ago.
I did. Yeah. The only reason why is because I feel like it kind of stood out too much. I feel like, and it was I don't know. It was just kind of bothering me after a while. So I'm like, I'll just change it.
Ah, yeah.
All right, so okay, where do we leave off of? Oh yeah, so we have Daryl. He's leaving, and we just have him who he's trying to find. He's trying to find Merle. He lets him know about the squirrels that he has hanging, and or that he's holding. And then everyone's just like, "Hey Daryl, can we talk to you about something?" It's just like this awkward like, "Yeah, we need to talk. We need to talk to you about something." And just like it's about Merle and
Man, this is one of those moments though where I gotta say the words "Don't mess with Shane" because he did good in this.
He definitely did.
what do you mean with the chokehold?
Like,
Yeah, like when Daryl tried to come at Rick, Shane just man he took care of it.
No, it's like
Shane, Shane
no.
saved Daryl. Like,
I mean, kind of.
Yo,
I don't
yeah.
know. Yeah, like Daryl, like yeah. I mean, Daryl wasn't the he wasn't in the fighting. Like he wasn't really much of a fighter, I guess, in the beginning of the show. But like the guy takes on Beta. I mean, just seasons later, it's like man, it's like I'm
Rick
just
versus Beta.
I know I'm
Oh,
so
Rick versus
curious.
Beta though.
I'm so curious. Rick versus Beta, like what would have happened? I mean, I'm so
Oh,
curious.
I'm sorry. No offense to Rick, he'd probably get pretty darn messed up.
I know that is true, but it's like it's
Yeah,
confusing because
him
like
versus the governor, he did bad.
yeah, I
Damn,
don't
is
know.
that Are you? Sorry, go ahead, Brian.
I was just gonna say like it's hard to predict because like Daryl beat Beta, but like he as far as like fighting Shane and Rick, he couldn't. Or at least Shane. At least I mean Shane definitely overwhelmed him. It looks like. Just instantly. And it's just funny because like he gets mad when they leave Merle behind. They mention it, and when Daryl tosses the squirrels at Rick, like Shane just tackles him like, oh, it's like it's going down. Like those are fighting words. It's like you throw squirrels at my brother. Oh, it's like it's fighting time. It's just like he threw squirrels. Imagine someone just tackles Rick out of the way. Rick, watch out for those squirrels.
Yo, Dan, I'm wondering, like you said, Rick would get beat up pretty well. Are you trying to tell us something about the rewrites?
Who knows? Who knows? Could be Rick. Could be Daryl. It could be Morgan. Who knows?
Oh, Morgan versus Beta, though.
um, yeah. So Morgan versus Beta. Interesting.
That would
Uh,
be awesome.
uh, we would
What
have.
about Bounty Hunter Morgan?
Yo, I hope so. I think you saw my comment. I hope, like, you just give him the Bounty Hunter Morgan appearance.
Who
Yeah,
knows? I mean, I'll just let you guys know. Episode 8 is in the stage of writing right now, so the damage is already done, whatever it is.
I never liked
Yeah.
Morgan's keto staff. I never liked it. Even back in season 5, like I mean, it was just one episode, so I guess I was okay with it. But then, yeah, season 6, it was just terrible. I like
It got really annoying.
I know. Like, imagine someone. It's not really a practical weapon in the zombie apocalypse. Like, I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
That's why I loved it in the end as the beginning, season 6, episode 1. He just looks at his staff and he looks over at the axe and he just throws his staff away.
Mm. And then he combined them.
I
Um,
know. It's like, you know what? I can do both.
exactly.
Yeah, but I
Uh,
don't think like he cared about the staff. It's just, oh, I need a long piece of wood to have it be longer. Hey, there's my old
Yeah.
staff.
yeah. Okay, so we have. Oh yeah, so we have Daryl in the the chokehold. We have the line from Shane where he's just like, well, if file a complaint, whatever, because it's illegal. And
To me, it's the small line. I feel like people miss this one, but Daryl's just like, "You best let me go," and Shane's like, "Ah, I think it's better if I don't."
yeah, that's true. Daryl, oh man, that was hilarious. It was hilarious. And then we have okay, so what else? So yeah, we have T Dog. He starts talking and he's like explaining to Daryl. He's like, it wasn't Rick's fault. I had the key. I dropped it. You couldn't pick it up. I dropped it in the drink.
Sounds so weird.
Yeah, it does, but it's not cringy because it's like that's a real like that is literally what happened, and he was probably gonna get to that. Like you know what I mean? Like, but Daryl beat
That's
him
true.
to it.
Yeah, Daryl goes like, "No, bro, I'm not afraid of the chance to say the rest."
Yeah, and I don't know what it is, but like just the part where like um just Lori cuts in on the conversation and it's just like she's like, oh, he'll show you, where Merle is, and just like just like when I saw this, I'm just like, Lori, come on, like, why are you talking in this scene? Like, I mean, Rick just brought up one time. Rick only brought up that, like, we did leave that man behind. Like, Rick just mentions that, and now Lori's just like, you're gonna go after him. Like, it's like, where did this come from? I don't know. It's just like, yeah, he is, but still, it's just like, I don't know. It just feels.
What do
I
you have to do with
don't know.
Yeah.
And Rick, yeah, I just didn't like that part with Lori's because it's like Rick literally just brings up that like we left a man behind in a city full of walkers. Like he just mentions it once, and Lori's like, "You're gonna go after him." Like when Daryl says that he's gonna go look for his brother, it's like, man, it's like what? Are you reading his mind, Lori? It's like, come on. I don't know.
Man, I gotta say though, I like the extra layer to Shane's character in this episode though, when like Rick decides he's gonna go back, and like Shane, it's actually genuine for once. Instead of like, "Oh, I want you to leave so I can get with Lori," there is actually a moment where he's just like, "Oh, I hate that you're doing this, man. I think it's foolish and reckless, but if you're gonna go, you're taking bullets." Like they do show that he really does worry about him still though, like regardless.
Yeah. It,
Like
yeah.
he
Oh
was
yeah, you go,
wanted to
Rowdy.
be with Lori. Yeah, he wanted to be with Lori, obviously, but I think like deep down he was happy to see his old friend.
Yeah, I think he was putting aside his feelings for Lori that Rick was back.
For a
You know,
minute, yeah.
or at least like a couple hours, and then Lori has to like bring it up where she's like,
Yeah,
you did this, like you seduced me or something. It's like, Lori, are you sure you didn't do it back as well? Like, I don't know.
yeah, like I
D-
mean,
d- and he's like trying to justice the whole like I thought Rick was dead and stuff, and it's just like, man, there should have been a moment where he's just like he looks at the camera guys, he's like, "All right, guys, roll episode 6 intro now."
Oh yeah,
oh my god,
that's
yes.
true. Um, okay, so what else do we have? Okay, so yeah, we have the characters getting ready to leave, and yeah, that was funny. Shane, he did mention that line to Rick. He's like, "Why would you go back to Atlanta for he calls Merle a d bag."
He's like, "Nope, what I meant."
I know.
Speaking of like in episode 2, wasn't like the N word dropped? Like obviously I won't say it, but I think one of the characters said that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Merle
Merle and
said it
Rick.
to T Dog.
Merle and Rick
Yeah,
said it.
obviously I won't say it. I won't say the word, but
Yeah. Um, it's like Merle and Rick are literally the only characters who've ever said that word. And they're
Yeah, it's weird.
If somebody would have told me before that episode though that Rick would have said that, I'd be like, "Okay, funny joke."
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like, oh yeah, so Shane gives Rick some bullets for this Colt Python because he's empty, and it's just like there's four, and there's four of you guys going, and it's like, okay, I know, and like, it was just one of those things where it's like, you kind of hope like it doesn't it's like doesn't come down to that like but there was something else with the episode man, what was that scene? Oh yeah, we have the characters, so yeah, okay, so Daryl's going, Rick's going with him, and Rick kind of like nicely asks Glenn, to go with them too, and then T Dog just is like, I'm going too, and it's like, and Daryl's just like, my day just gets better and better. It's like, T Dog is he wants to go too because he's got to do something important. He's got to do something important too. And it's just like, and what else? Oh yeah, so yeah, Rick does mention the guns. Like he's got to get the guns back and the walkie-talkie. Um, And man, when he talks about the guns, he said 2 rifles, 12 handguns, 6 shotguns, 700 rounds of ammo. I'm like, Rick, there is no way you can carry that thing in your hand, man. But that is like
Yeah,
150 pounds.
episode 18 should have been him like struggling with that bag.
He just like falls over. You just hear a bone snap.
He just falls off the horse.
He just like falls on the horse. You just hear a bone snap as the walkers close in on him.
I know. Or you just have Glenn back in episode 4. He's just when he tries to grab the bag, Glenn just like slips his foot and just like lands on the bag. Like with his arm still attached to it, like to the handle of the bag, because he's just like, oh, what the heck? Why is it so heavy? Like that would have been hilarious, but obviously scary.
He'd be like, Rick, you carried this?
Or he would just, or he would have said something like, "Oh, I'm gonna give him a mouthful if I live through this,"
Rick should have been like with the Vatos. He should have been like, how he gives him some guns and stuff. He should have been like, okay, yes, I am going to give you some guns, but man, just between you and me, I got to tell you, I can't carry all this.
I know, it's so true.
It'd be a struggle for fucking Beta to carry that.
Yeah, you need Beta. You need Beta, man. Just
he carried 2 dead bodies
then.
that one part, so he could do that.
exactly. That was Negan. Negan did that. Negan did that in the comic. Comic Negan could lift the bag too, but the show. Yeah, the show. Show Negan. Show Negan is vegan, so he's not the same.
Yeah.
And oh yeah, I love the part where I think was Glenn on the wheel or someone was on the wheel, and Daryl just like kicks the horn, and he's like, "Come on, let's go!" Like that part was funny, like because like man, dude, that's totally me. What as a kid when my parents go shopping, I'm just like, "Come on, let's go." I'm just like, we've been here long enough. Like, why are we still here? Like, I'll be honest, that was me as a kid.
It's like, okay, what are we doing?
Exactly. And then, okay, so what else do we have? Okay, so we have the characters, and oh yeah, so I think this was in this episode, right? I'm pretty sure it was where yeah, it was. They get to Atlanta, and Rick's like, what should we go after, Merle or the guns first? And then Daryl just interrupts, Merle, we have been having this conversation. like, I don't know.
Yeah, I honestly wonder though, like, imagine like Daryl, like, what would have happened between Daryl and Merle, like their relationship, if he didn't die in season 3? Like, if Merle was like here today, let's say.
I mean, I feel like, okay, so like if Merle was just badly beaten by the governor, or if he just didn't go, it's kind of tricky. You would have to rewrite that scene, but
Beaten, like tortured, or but survived, let's say.
I don't know. It's hard to say. I feel like they would still have some connection, but obviously, Daryl would value like Carol and Rick's opinion over things, like over, like maybe just a little bit more than Merle's. But he was still like, yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say what they would have done if they were if he was still alive. Um,
Yeah, what would have been weird though? Like, why didn't Merle just saw through the handcuffs?
but he couldn't. Saws can't cut through handcuffs.
I don't know. I mean, I've never been put in handcuffs before.
Oh yeah, what you know what? Well,
And I don't want to know what it's like.
yeah, I've never been in either. But here's the thing. It's like imagine someone tells Merle like, "Hey, there's a way to get out of the handcuffs. You need to like put pressure and dislocate your thumb, and you'll slide out." Like, and like, and then like Merle's just like his face. Imagine Merle's face. Like someone.
Oh no!
It's like,
You find out they were toy handcuffs. Like they had like a little latch.
oh my goodness. Yeah. But yeah, that is actually a thing. You can't get out of handcuffs if you do that. because Merle's only one of his hands was in handcuffs, so he could have done that, but obviously, yeah, like he didn't. I don't think anyone thinks of that. If they're stuck, like
No,
but
they're just focused on trying to get out.
I know, but it's like Merle literally could have did that, and he could have saved his hand. It's just, it's
Yeah.
like Merle. I could just imagine him being like, "Are you crapping me? Like I could have done that." Just, I don't know.
He just blew his hand. I mean, to be fair though, his like prosthetic, like hand, custom made prosthetic hand is pretty awesome.
It is. Although, like,
Oh
I
yeah.
think Aaron's is better though. I would say.
Oh,
Oh
Aaron's
yeah.
is awesome. I
Oh,
love the spike
Aaron's
ball.
awesome. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really cool. I
And I'll just
mean,
say, like,
you
I'm not
both
gonna
saw
say
episode
anything
19.
like spoilery. Yeah, I was gonna say like 19. Man, even Gabriel kind of gets a shot at it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can't say anything, because
Well, I
there
mean,
might be people watching.
yeah. Okay, wait. Let me check the viewers. No, I don't think. There might be, but yeah. I mean, we can talk about the episode on Monday if you guys want. Of episode
Yeah,
19.
I don't want to risk it.
Okay.
If Matt is in the chat, I don't want like.
Yeah, because he doesn't get a chance to see it until the Sundays, I think.
Yeah, I guess I understand. I'm just gonna say, like, that cliffhanger for episode 19. I'm just like, oh, they're at. I'm like, what? Are you serious? Like that? I'll admit, I didn't like episode 19. Like, it's like maybe 6.5 out of 10. Like, it's up there with season 7, 8 episodes. But I will give it this. It's not their fault that they have limited actors, and that cliffhanger.
Especially a certain actor. I'm not gonna say, but man, they really like. There's a moment where you just know they're limited with their actor.
It's true.
Definitely.
Near like the last 5 minutes, I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about.
Definitely. Hey,
Near is the ending like a middle finger to us.
I don't know, but I am intrigued. I'm very intrigued with that cliffhanger or that ending for the episode. Um,
Definitely.
I'm intrigued, but I'm also worried that I'm trying to like dance around it, not to say it, but like I'm just worried that they're gonna start season 11 and they're just gonna say like, oh yeah, we didn't find anything there. Okay, we're back to Alexandria now.
yeah, definitely. I hope. I'm really excited to see if it's something more. Yeah, that's all I'll say. And you know what's funny? Like, I know they can't do it, but like I would actually. You know they have limited budget and characters to use per episode. Like, because like imagine we get a Scott episode with someone else, like Negan or just like a different character, and then you have that person. You have Scott doing this thing in Alexandria, and then this thing and this thing, and it's like, wow, like that's how bad it is. Like, I will be amazed. Like, oh man.
It's like the reason why they're doing 24 episodes is so they can focus on some smaller characters. It's like, Scott, okay then.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Definitely. Okay, so really quick, I guess I should probably finish the episode so we can talk about everything else. Yeah, so we have Carl and Shane at the quarry. They try to catch frog things, but it doesn't really work. The women are washing their clean laundry, while Ed is doing nothing. And anyways, okay, so we have so Lori, she just like man, she just like comes in to Carl and Shane, tells Carl that like I just love it how like I'm sorry, does this make Lori a hypocrite when she's like, you shouldn't go off out of sight from me, or something like that? And then like Carl's with Shane and the women could see him too. Like there's just plenty of adults. And then it's like so Lori doesn't want Carl out of her sight. And then like a season later, Carl's out of her sight like a million times.
I know. It's like, man, talk about foreshadowing.
Hey Epic, you hear us?
What's
Yeah,
up, man?
man. So yeah, this episode I really love it. I love Daryl's introduction, really badass.
It is, and best. Daryl had the best hair in season 1. Like I already said that, but man, it's just
Like
What we're all wishing for the final season.
like
They just
season 1, Daryl, his look was really good, but then season like 5 to 10, it remained the same.
yeah. That was
I
annoying.
think
Just
season
imagine.
4, I was actually good with Daryl's look in season 4, but it's like season 5, it's when like his hair got like way too long.
Exactly.
Yeah, he needs a
and by
haircut.
the
I'm
way,
sorry. Like I could just imagine at the Commonwealth he gets like they just like tackle and like Carol just drags him into the
Yes.
barbershop
You
and he's
just
crying and like screaming.
yes. You just have him like a kid. Daryl's a kid, and he's like, "No, I don't want to get my hair cut." And you just have like a dozen people just like pushing him into a chair.
hello.
Mercer's just like,
Yeah,
yeah, let's go, bud. You're going in.
Yeah, Epic.
yeah,
Uh, I don't understand the hate that episode 18 gets. I thought it was a really amazing episode.
same,
Oh,
same.
people are like hating all over it, and I'm just like, okay, maybe it wasn't the greatest thing in the world, but it was still like good, like better than a lot of other episodes.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it's better than seasons. Lots of season 7 and 8. It's still better than a lot of those episodes.
Definitely.
Like the thing that
Yeah.
made episode 18 so good for me were the scenes with Leia and Dog.
Oh, puppy dog though.
Oh yeah, so cute.
And I do
Um,
think Leah was a good character. I know a lot of people have been hating on her recently. I'm like, I
Yeah,
don't
like
know. I think the actress did a good job.
I
Lynn.
hope
Yeah, she's amazing.
I hope people don't send her death threats or something just because she's not Carol or Connie. It's like if that happens, because that'll be the
That
last
would
straw.
infuriate me. Trust me.
That'll be the last straw for the toxic fans. Like it's one thing for Negan or Eugene to get hate because you don't like the character.
Charlie too.
Yeah, man.
Charlie was completely innocent. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
Charlie, like, I don't like Charlie, but you know.
yeah. Yeah, Epic.
Like me personally, I felt so bad for Leia explaining what happened to her son, how she had to say goodbye to her son the day Dog was born. That was just so heartbreaking.
Yeah.
It was.
One second, guys. Yeah, you guys can keep talking. I'll be right back.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I definitely think that it is a good like kind of moment, but I do find it a bit of a coincidence that like Dog was just like killed the second that Leia was born, or that her son was killed.
definitely. I mean, personally, episode 18 I put more in the middle of my rankings for season 10,
Yeah, it's not the
but
greatest episode, but it's not like Michonne's final episode or anything like that.
Oh, I'd rather rewatch Find Me than Michonne's last episode. Like,
more than
People
watch
decided
Michelle's
to
last episode.
dedicate the world to that.
And guys,
yeah, Epic.
believe, uh, believe me or not, but I feel episode 18 made Dog even more like popular, more beloved.
Oh yeah, this was a main episode for him.
Yeah,
I love.
yeah, definitely. I mean, it's definitely a Daryl episode, but yeah, I could agree. Yeah, they definitely did a lot with Dog.
I agree. Like, I love how pets in The Walking Dead that are always instantly fan favorites.
Yeah, man, of course.
Too much.
And
Skidmark, Skidmark, Dog, Rufus, Sheila.
Still waiting on an answer about
So,
Skidmark.
so
Oh, I swear, if Virginia touches her, I will take back every good thing I said about her.
you said good things about her.
but this episode,
Yeah,
I really loved the reunion with Rick, Carl, and Roy.
We do too, Epic. It's one of the best reunions The Walking Dead's ever done.
It's one of the greatest reunions we've ever had.
It wouldn't feel the same. I mean, I don't know. With Rick Judith, and Michonne, obviously they can't do it the same way. But also, it's like, man, would it even feel the same? Like as like this?
No,
There's
there's
so
gonna
many
be real
real
life
life
problems.
Oh man, and it's like,
Did we finish?
no, we didn't finish the episode. We're close
Yeah,
though.
let's get back to it.
Yeah, we've been so bad. And there's only a few of us tonight.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, like, you guys remember Rick's last words in the show? Like, he's looking for his family. He's just like, I found them. Like, man, like, can you imagine? Like, looking back on this episode, it's like, man, what if like, it's like, what if Rick was telling that to his past self? Like, it was like this Walking Dead like time loop or something. It's just like, oh man, I don't know. I just thought,
Brian,
yeah, Epic.
like, I know it sounds cocky, but Daryl is such an amazing friend. Just to constantly be out there looking for Rick over and over again. That gotta give the guy props.
I will agree. Yes,
Dedication to his brother.
yeah. Like,
I do agree. But then again, it's like, shouldn't he also be dedicated to protecting his family? You know, Judith and Michelle. Like, shouldn't he also want to make sure they're safe always? Like, I don't know. That's one thing I'm always confused
Yeah.
Yeah,
about.
obviously.
And oh, you know what's funny?
I like that Daryl calls Rick his brother though. Like he doesn't even say like, "Oh, I just call him that." Like no, he actually refers to Rick as his brother, which is kind of cool because it's
It's
like he is a better brother to Daryl than Merle.
I was about to
Oh
say
man,
Hey
yeah.
Dan, hey Dan,
Yeah,
why do you think Daryl has like just completely like forgotten about Merle and just considers Rick his brother nowadays? Because he
because
doesn't even care about Merle nowadays.
yeah, I think it evolves it's really just because of one simple reason. Rick like treated Daryl better, and he views him as the better brother, and he doesn't really even view Merle as a good brother to him. So he's kind of like, you know what, I'm gonna consider Rick my brother.
Yeah, there's a big age gap between Merle and Daryl, and I'm pretty sure they confirmed that Merle was never, like, him and Daryl were never 100% close when they were kids and, like, growing up and all that, so I think it's a couple of things. So, yeah. And I just wanted to say, when Daryl walks past when they decapitate that walker and he walks past the group and it's like, it's gotta be the brain, don't you know nothing? And then the way Rick just looks at Daryl, like, when I was rewatching the scene, I'm like, when I was Rick, I'm like, oh, he's gonna take over my show in the future. Like,
yeah.
he's gonna.
It's strange, to see how they because Rick and Daryl basically hated each other at first, basically.
I don't think they hate each other. Just like they kind of like, yeah, Daryl like really did not appreciate Rick, handcuffing his brother to a roof, and Rick doesn't want to deal. Yeah, and Rick doesn't want to deal with it.
Rick even told Daryl, he's like, "Thanks for not killing the guy that left your brother on a rooftop to die."
Hey guys,
Yeah.
Yeah, Pick.
like that's the one reason why I love rewatching these older episodes. It's like you can clearly see how much Daryl, Rick, Carol have evolved.
That's
Especially
true.
Carl.
That's true. But then I think of what they do with certain characters, Carl, and then I start hitting my head
Definitely.
against the computer. So
Carl was like Carl, like I'm not a fan of Carl, but that doesn't mean I'm like happy he died.
yeah, like, I wasn't a fan either.
No.
Yeah, like what Dan's doing in this rewrite, that's what we were waiting for. We were all waiting for that moment. Like, and they cut it. Just why the
I
best?
literally just like the time and stuff, and I knew that this is what you guys wanted to see, and this is actually why I did it. Like you have Judith and you have Big Brother Carl. Like that moment right there it's iconic if it actually happened.
Yeah, the grind siblings. Okay, yeah, Pick, real quick, and then I gotta finish the episode.
Like yeah, that's my only problem with rewatching this episode. It just kind of like paints it just knowing that like Rick found his family, but he just loses them anyways.
Yeah, and it's just like,
Talk about that scene though in Clear when like Morgan's like, Rick, your son, is he dead? And he's just like, no, and he's like, no, he will be. It's like, wait, how do you know?
I know that is painful foreshadowing. Not good foreshadowing. It's the painful kind. Okay, so really quick,
Years ago, I would have been like, that's just Morgan being Morgan. Like he's just going crazy. He's just saying nonsense. And then now I look back at it and I'm like, they didn't plan it at the time, but still, that's crazy.
it didn't age well. It didn't age well.
No.
Okay, yeah, I really need to finish the episode. So, yeah, we have Shane who's just like, Lori, I don't think that's being fair to Carl. And then, man, the way like Lori just gets physical and she's like, no, it's like it's your fault. Like, and just like she just walks off. And then Shane is just like, are you serious? And then we have the part where, oh my goodness, like we have the part where Ed hits Carol. And oh man, we were all there with Shane when he pulls Ed out, and then he throws him to the ground, and it hits him 17 times with a kick. I'm just like, yes, like, yeah, that's how he got the Punisher role. Oh man, yeah, Epic, yes.
Personally, I feel Shane kind of went too far with that.
Nah,
Personally, to be honest, I fully respect it.
yeah, that is not something you just can't cut anyone slack for that. That's one of those things where it's like, it's like if Shane literally did beat Ed to death, it's one of like some fans would even there would still be some fans who would just be like, huh, well, it's like all I'm proud of Shane. Like you know what I mean. They would not have had an issue with that because like with
We
domestic.
love being proud of awesome.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, definitely. Like
yeah,
I can give
Shane
Shane
deserves
some
a
full
break for
praise
that.
for this.
yeah.
And anything else to think about it, guys? Shane kind of got Ed killed because he did that to Ed. It led to Ed being in the tent, and that led to Ed's death.
And that's a good thing, right?
I was
Yeah,
gonna
I
say,
don't.
yeah. Thanks again, Shane.
Yeah, I don't think Ed would have survived that long anyway. So
I remember watching the inside of the episode, and it's just like, yeah, they have a very good point. Like, there was no rule of law, there's no society. Shane literally just beat a man like close to death, and it's like, and like we supported him on that. I mean, Carol didn't, but like, and yeah, and some of the other women were kind of like, Shane, we think that's enough. Like when he started getting to the double digits, they were just like, okay, Shane, well, I think that's enough. Like, because even they kind of think Ed deserved at least some of that. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
kind
kind
of
of.
stood by for like the first little bit, and then after, like you said, after about double digits, they're like, okay, all right, never mind.
and then
And
just
then,
keep
and then,
going.
hey guys,
yeah,
like for me personally, I'm sorry, but I wish Lori would just understand that Shane did what he did to protect them, and he really thought Rick was dead. I wish she would understand that.
That's why I said what I said about, like, man, there should be a blooper, right, where he's just like, he looks at the camera, guys, and he's just like, okay, guys, roll episode 6 intro.
yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Okay, so really quick, we need to finish the episode. Like really need to finish it. And okay, so in Atlanta we have okay, so we have everyone. The guys enter. They go up the stairs, and T Dog breaks the chain, and you just have Daryl who just like kicks it, and it's just like he cuts in front of him, and what I mean, like that was kind of funny, and he's just calling for Merle. And I love how they don't reveal what happened. But here's my small issue, just a small issue. They show the saw, then they show the hand, and then they show the bloody handcuffs. I think the order is off. I think they should have showed the saw.
We
They
never
never
really
even
saw how it went down either.
they should have showed the saw, the handcuffs, and then the hand. I feel like the hand should have been the last scene,
Definitely.
not the
And
handcuffs.
Brian,
Yeah.
I said live stream that that was one of my kind of flaws with this episode. The beginning, I really found it kind of strange how the end of episode 2, there was like walkers like clawing at the door, and then this episode they're just gone.
Yeah, I noticed that too. There should have been a scene where you have not Rick shooting them, but you just have a scene where the characters push the walkers down the stairs or something. Like they're going up the stairs and they just like push the walkers to the side, and you just have Daryl who kills a few. I feel like there should have been a scene like that. Like, or at least they could have said that's what happened off screen. Because like, I don't know, it's just
Definitely.
because where do the walkers
There's
go?
no explanation. It's just kind of like, I don't know. There's a lot of details missing.
Yeah, there kind of is, but it's still well done. As far as flaws in this episode,
Oh,
like
the scene itself,
there's
Norman Reedus's acting in that scene was great. I'll definitely give him that.
I will.
Me personally, I'm hoping that in the governor spinoff, when it happens, we actually get to see how Merle escaped the roof.
The thing,
Just because Michael Rooker said that he's done with The Walking Dead and he's never going to reprise his role, which really saddens me, to be honest.
yeah. Hey
Maybe
guys,
a Full Tales episode.
yeah. Hey guys, Hi asks, so who here like the Reapers? I don't know. Oh, well, his name is Hi. He's in the chat. I know. Kind of, but yes.
Yeah, I think Reapers are going to be an interesting set of villains.
Yeah, I cannot. It looks like they might be. Did he confirm they're going to be in season 11 too? Because I thought that they weren't going to be. And did he confirm them for season 11?
That's
Like,
weird.
I'm just gonna say like the Reapers. So like yeah, so like for the first Reaper we saw, I'm just thinking, I'm like, okay, I don't have an issue with it, the group 100%. Okay, obviously I have an issue that they're trying to kill our group. I guess one thing is like, okay, how do they have guns? That is like you know what I mean? Like, are they ex-military? Like, what are they? And I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like we only got to see a little bit of the Reapers, so like I'm hoping they're not like full on new saviors or something like. But like I'm hoping they're like something else. Like I'm hoping they do something different with
Hey
them,
guys,
like than the saviors.
yeah.
Yeah, Epic.
Hey
Hey
guys,
guys,
Yes.
like like uh,
I
I
heard a
heard a
theory
theory.
that
T
TV
V
channel
channel
actually
actually
covered
covered
this.
this.
That
That
he
he
thinks
thinks
that
that
the
the
guy that
guy
blew
that blew
himself
himself
up
up
was
was
actually a
actually a
member of
member of
Negan's
Negan's
group of
group of
saviors.
saviors.
It is the same actor, but let's be honest, The Walking Dead just
That was
reuses
on the
the.
show, though.
Wait, what's this?
I
Just
Uh,
just
downloaded
downloaded
this
this
exclusive
wait, what is
from
that?
from Canada. Big news story. Apparently, they gave an
Oh,
11-year-old that was shotgunned over to him.
oh, someone sent him that.
No, I posted because I just saw it. I was like, what the fuck?
Uh, ugh. I mean, yeesh. I mean, The Walking Dead, an 11-year-old could have that, but in our world, no, not
Yeah,
really.
11 years old. Wow, things are changing.
Maybe it's for the best that we don't talk about kids having guns.
And
Yeah, unless it's Walking
you
Dead.
guys remember when
Unless it's
they used to
Walking
make
Dead.
those like action figures of Carl and they wouldn't give him a gun that comes with him because of the age that Chandler Riggs was?
Hey
Wait,
Dan,
Yeah, like
even the action figure couldn't have one.
Yeah.
That's so dumb.
hey Dan, do you think that Maze could be actually the leader of the Reapers, or is he just a member?
I won't say too much because I have seen 19, so I can't
same.
really answer that.
Yeah, we
Uh,
can't really say anything about it.
they do confirm it in 19 though. We do get
Yeah.
more insight
Eventually,
of it.
you'll get your answer for it.
Yeah, you have to see the episode. Yeah. Sorry, I was just letting.
Lips
Hi.
are sealed.
Yeah. Hi.
Our lips are sealed.
Oh boy. Hi says they seem stronger than the Whisperers and smarter too. I don't know. I think okay, stronger. I don't think so. We didn't see enough of them. Whisperers were pretty strong. Beta was strong. The Herd. I mean, they were pretty strong. But I will say that having guns, that is a big game changer for our group because our group always used to have the
Especially if
guns.
there's a lot of them. Especially if there's a lot
Nah,
of
I
them.
don't. I don't think there's a lot of them. I will say there's probably more than like six or something. Like they're probably not a super small group, like less than 10. But I'm just saying, like I don't want another Negan situation where you see like a few, and then it's like you see like dozens, and then you see like hundreds, and then you see like almost 1,000. I'm like, no, just please no.
No, it's
Infinite.
Yeah, please no.
maybe anytime.
Yeah.
And
Like we do know that guns are kind of still around in these bonus episodes because Leah did have a pump action shotgun.
I know. How did she get a gun? Yeah, but it was on. Yeah, but still, like it's one of those things where it's like she would probably still. It's been a couple of years, like you know what I mean, like after so after Rick left, they really lost a lot of guns in the group. Like before Rick left, like right when Rick left, they had armories and everything. Like they had plenty of guns, ammo. Then all of a sudden Rick leaves and nobody has any more guns. I get there was a 6 year time skip, but it's like man, like what happened? Like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
it's
weird,
weird,
but
but
whatever.
whatever. I mean, it's
It
cool.
makes
It
the
makes the
zombie
zombie
feels
feels
more
more
like
like
original
original
now.
now.
I know, but I'm still the fact that no characters have guns and ammo. Well, except Judith, like I guess, but still, like besides that, it still feels kind of off. Like you think there would still be
Yeah,
a
so
little bit left.
And
and big Brian,
Yeah, Epic.
like
Wait, Epic. Is that? Oh, is that Ken?
Ken, Ken,
Ken, if you're not, can you
Ken.
mute your mic? If you're not
Ken.
talking,
Can
please.
you remove from the chat, Brian? Like not from the server, but from like
Ken,
the voice chat.
Ken.
Ken.
Okay, how do I? Can I mute him or
I
something?
think if you hold it, I think if you hold his name, you can remove him from the VC.
How do I do that?
I don't know, but I know you can.
what I was gonna
Oh,
say
I just muted
was
him for a little bit. Yeah, Ken,
I'm
if
just
you
gonna.
okay, Ken, if you want to talk, just let me know and I'll unmute you. It's just that there was a lot of background noise, and I mean, if you guys want me to unmute him, I will. It's just that there was a lot of background noise, so I don't think he heard us.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think
I
we
mean,
got
we
him.
all gotta mute him. We all gotta mute him. It's not like when you mute him, it's only muted for you.
Oh, you all have to unmute him. Okay, I didn't know that.
It's
Um,
fun, but
okay, let me think. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, okay. So the Reapers, they have guns. I still feel like our group should have some guns, at least a couple, like, or at least
definitely.
yeah, because like I don't know, like, because we know that they had to fight Jocelyn, but they didn't use much guns there. So I'm just like, man, where did all the ammo go? Like, did they do so much target practice they never, were able to get those bullets back? Because yeah, I don't know, that just feels off. Like I could have,
Maybe we don't know.
yeah, like I could understand not making bullets because like maybe Eugene doesn't have the equipment. But like they should still have some cases of ammo left if they were, because they didn't. We didn't see in the time skip them using a lot of ammo. Like what reason they would have, you know what I
But
mean?
seeing that gun in Home Sweet Home just kind of threw me off because like Maggie just sees it, and it would have been funny if she had a line which is like, "Man, people still have those."
Yeah, it's
Like
like not to mention when you
Brian.
do see guns, it's like a basic shotgun or a pistol now. It's nothing super crazy.
Yeah,
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 it's a
Epic.
double barrel.
Like what I was gonna say was because they left Leah's story open ended, like we don't know what happened to her, if she died or she left. Do you see her coming back around or returning?
Oh yeah, they're not
The,
gonna give up on that story.
Yeah,
she's
for
either,
sure.
yeah, I think she's either gonna
I'm
be
hoping it's
in
the
the,
Commonwealth.
yeah, I'm with Dan. Either the Commonwealth or she's gonna be the main focus of the Daryl and Carol show. Like as far as like the beginning, looking for her. So one of those two things, I think. But yeah, I don't think Leah left. I
I
think
think
she
it'll be
was.
the main show just because like I feel like it would be a cooler moment in the final season rather than like in this spin-off where let's say Andrew Lincoln doesn't return. Like imagine like there's like Rick is still out there and they look for Leah instead. Like I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. We should consider it because, like, who knows how the show will go, and if we don't see Leah at the Commonwealth, then yeah, that's probably the next. That's probably the next best guess.
And by the way, Brian,
Yeah.
during Daryl and Carol's argument at the end of episode 18, who did you side with?
Um. Okay.
Daryl,
So
maybe.
yeah, yeah,
Daryl.
a little bit with a little. Okay, so a little bit of both of them, but I will say Daryl was right. It was Carol's fault with Connie, and then when she said that, I did the right thing, I was thinking, I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, Carol, you said you made a mistake. You said I shouldn't have done that back at the cave. You said that before. Now you're saying I made the right choice. You can't flip flop. You know what I mean?
It's like good point.
Yeah. Um. But I will also say I'm like, but also I'm thinking like Daryl, what happened with Leah? Like, yeah, that wasn't Carol's fault in any way, and I'm just saying like,
Although he blamed Carol, he blamed Carol for Connie.
yeah, that's true. I'm just saying like, but that was getting to him. It seems like coming back here to Leah, that definitely seems like it reawakened it. You know what I mean? And also, it's like, does Daryl not know that Leah was taken? Like, does he think that she left? Like, the place was trashed, but dogs there, so it's a little confusing. Some people think it was the CRM, but I'm like, there's no way the CRM is gonna go to a cabin in the woods and kidnap one, woman that's just there. It's like, why would they? It's like, I mean, yes, the CRM are weird, but still, I don't think they would go into a
I'm
cabin.
tired of the CRM. Like people like, oh, these people are missing. Oh, CRM.
Yeah,
The CRM thing is like it's becoming like overboard now. Like it's like
I
every
hate
time there's like a
CRM.
mystery or anything like
I
that,
do.
like everybody's like, "Ooh, Leah. Ooh, what about CRM?" I'm just like, "Oh, please don't do it. Just please don't do
I'm
it."
I
Yeah,
hate CRM now. I'm tired of him. Like I don't care.
yeah, like
I could see that. The only reason why I care is Rick. Aside from that, I really don't care.
Exactly.
yeah. Do you guys know those YouTube channels? Like, I think it was like No Bro Nation and then George Drake. They make
Not
so
broke.
many. Oh, not Bro Nation, I think, or the Nation's in there.
Nation is chill though. Not Bro
Yeah,
Nation's
but
fine, but George Drake.
yeah, but
Oh, George Drake, I don't really like too much, but Knockbro Nation are cool guys.
Okay, yeah, I saw one thumbnail where it's like Daryl experiments CRM thing. Like, I'm just like, no, give me a break. That's not gonna happen. Like, whatever. Daryl going to CRM, like seeing experiments. I don't buy it. Like, it's not gonna happen. Like, please don't make thumbnails like that to the person who made it.
No, for real. I literally think I saw a video like of his, and it was like Madison and Rick are siblings or something.
It's
Oh
so
my god,
bad.
I'm so sick of that
Like,
one too.
Hey guys,
why?
Yeah, Epic.
Yeah.
I know that's off topic, uh, but you won't believe this. Naughty Dog, they're actually making a DLC all about Abby.
Don't.
No.
Are you serious? They did
I'm gonna
60% of a game.
unfortunately.
They did
Can they at
60.
least be written well?
They did 60% of a game of a super long game on her. What now? A DLC? Do they want to torture us more?
I was gonna say, like, seriously, Last of Us 2 is enough.
I know. We should get a DLC on something else, like something
Maybe
interesting.
Joel.
Like yeah, I left a comment on like a video that somebody made saying this is a bad idea making a game on one of the most hated characters in gaming history.
I know, it's like they treat her like as if she's like this legendary character. I'm like, pump your
She's
brakes.
not.
She killed Joel, and just the way they wrote her too during the game,
Yeah.
like at least with Negan, they're trying to make him sympathetic because he's realizing the consequences of his
It was
actions.
more of a redemption arc, if you ask me.
Yeah, Abby never had that. Abby never had a redemption arc. Like, it's just, yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. It's just off. Hey guys,
Don't get
so,
me wrong. Abby's actress is good. Like Abby's
oh
actress
yeah,
is
yeah,
good.
no hate on the actress. It's just the character. I don't like the character.
Yeah, definitely. The writing.
No, yeah, the writing is so
Oh
bad.
my
You know,
god.
like
Like why?
yeah,
Like
I feel Laura Bailey is a really talented actress. Like, she played one of the main villains in Uncharted 4.
yeah.
Man, I will say one positive thing about The Last of Us 2, and this is about one of the only darn things I can actually say good about it. But honestly, I do actually think, and I feel like this part of things doesn't get enough credit. Visually, the game is amazing. It's just
Oh,
the
I
It
agree.
story.
is. And man, and and
Visually, this
and
game. Go ahead, Brian.
I was just gonna say the open world and the
Yeah.
the feeling of like realism, like with the communities, like it's more than perfect. It's more than perfect.
One
Like,
of the best. I'd say
yeah,
one
like,
of the best game visual, best game ever visually.
yeah, what?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Hey
Epic.
guys,
Yeah.
like me personally, I kind of with a certain group of Walking Dead fans, like I'm just getting so sick of the like. Apparently, people are thinking that Elijah, the masked guy that was with Maggie, people are thinking that
Dwayne.
yeah.
Oh my. People's
Yeah.
look. I
I've had
respect
enough
people's
of that one
opinions.
too. That one, like, I just see thumbnails of that now, and I just keep scrolling. I'm done with that.
Seriously, like I respect people's opinions and all, but sometimes I just question like what's wrong with people's brains.
It doesn't make sense.
It's getting
Come on.
ridiculous.
Like,
Like,
why
give
would
me
they
a
bring
real
him back?
theory. Like, seriously.
Morgan's not even on the show. What would bring him back even do? Bring him back even do? You know?
Oh yeah,
Why
and
is he? Yeah. Like, why is he crazy now then?
did you guys hear like I can't remember. Let's see. Oh yeah, if you guys didn't know, Chosen One made like a video recently. Some people say that like Alicia Denham Carey is gonna be in season 11, and just like or like Alicia, and yeah, and just like
It's a really odd idea.
I'm just like, listen, I just like I don't believe it. I don't believe it until I see it.
Well, talk to somebody like who looks similar to her because to bet I don't think it's actually her. And if it is, why isn't Lenny James there? Like, I need an answer to that.
Yeah.
Unless
Also,
like she's visiting, or like maybe
yeah,
she just plays an extra, or like a character, or she just plays another character who just has similar looks. You know?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
I
hey
don't know. That'd be
guys,
weird though.
Hey guys, in the next 5 minutes, I really do have to leave.
Oh
I
yeah,
gotta
no
end the
problem,
stream.
dude. Man, this was a great stream though.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Like, do you really believe that this adventure style crossover will happen between Fear, the main show, Beyond, stuff like that?
I would like the main show in Fear. World Beyond, they can just stay away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would like to think so, but there's just no way. The Rick movies are taking way too long, and they want to do the Carol and Daryl show. So I'm just like, okay, well, how is that going to work? And then I don't know. I don't know if they're
Everybody's
going to end.
split not too much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
like
It,
it's
it's
weird
weird
that
that
COVID,
COVID,
you know, affected a lot of things, but
I
But
know.
guys,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
me personally, I kind of blame slowness of the Rick movies on Andrew Lincoln. He's taking his he's taking his time.
Yeah. I mean,
well,
yeah, but also he said in an interview recently, he even said to somebody that was interviewing him, he's like, "Yeah, I would love to get back to work once they allow me to leave my country." So I'm like, okay, at least he's saying that. Like, at least that's something.
Yeah, part of me is just like, man, like I would love. Don't get me wrong, I do want to see a Rick movie, but then I'm thinking, I'm like, man, would it actually be like if it's gonna take this long? Like, it's like, would it be better if we got like a game to explain where you play as Rick, and then like,
or show.
yeah, well, maybe not a show, but like, imagine like obviously Andrew Lincoln can just send his lines over across the country, and then we get like imagine they just advertise a game where you play as Rick, like kind of like
I'd be
I
mad,
got
to be honest.
so
I would be super mad. I want to see Andrew Lincoln on screen.
and think about it, Survival Instinct and Onslaught. I mean,
yeah,
Onslaught
but
wasn't
but that
bad, but
but well that was bad because they didn't put quality into it. I'm just saying like in terms of like who knows how much longer COVID's gonna last. I'm just saying like the movies. I don't know. Like I like to think they're gonna happen, but I mean, will they? And I'm just also saying like playing as Rick in a
You
movie.
know that I mean, I know you guys are gonna think like, oh, like I know this is not gonna happen, but I'm still gonna say it just because, just the idea is still in my head. I can't get it out of my head. Man, why can't they just have Andrew Lincoln back for the final season? Like, seriously, the guy says he wants to come back. Like, I've literally heard the guy say it, and now COVID's making it impossible. So I'm like, well, why can't you just have him return in the final season? Have an explained like flashback episode to explain where he was, and then literally have him there for the last season. Like, imagine how amazing that would be.
yeah,
Yeah, I think I
even
brought up
a
that.
few episodes.
Well, well, maybe not a few episodes. Maybe like back half of like season 11, because like maybe like the last 6 episodes or something, like or
the
8.
10th,
Like
like
11
11
C,
C,
maybe
maybe
like
like
11
Yeah.
11
11
C.
C.
I was gonna
Imagine,
say,
like, imagine a trailer previewing like the return of Rick Grimes or something. I don't know.
Hey Dan,
Yeah.
like basically what I would do is I would have Rick return in the final season, like near the end, and then I'd have him like go away, and that would lead into the Rick movies.
Well, yeah, like you could literally have, you know what? That's actually a really good idea. And this is another one I thought about is that he could return for like, let's say the last 8 episodes. You don't really explain how he got back. And then that's a way to get people to watch like the movies. Like you end the show and he has a happy ending, let's say. And then it's just like, okay, you want to know like how he got back home? You want to know how Rick found his way back? Watch the movies at whatever time, like whatever time they announce,
Yeah, but
yeah, wait,
how
you
would you
know,
set himself up though? Like, I
they
don't
got to
know.
involve the CRM. They got to involve the CRM.
Which I would love personally. If it involves showing, how he got back, then honestly, I'd be good.
I thought I suggested this like a couple streams ago, and you guys said you didn't really like the idea. Was I wrong?
What, like Rick coming back with the CRM or something?
Yeah, like I said, like just do one, maybe just like one Rick movie, and then you just have the last half, or like 10, 11 B or C dealing with the CRM, or like eventually getting to like, okay, what's their goal, what's their objective, and they're coming back for the final season. He's coming back, and we get to see what's going on, and just like this whole maybe just like
Well,
Then the
then the
movies would
movies would
literally
literally
serve
serve
as like
as
a
like a
backstory. Like it would actually, and I actually agree. Then you could actually just get rid of this whole three movie idea, which I will agree on that. Just do one movie, make it this ultra like greatest backstory Walking Dead could ever do. And I don't know, just have them in the final season because you guys know the thing I say, and I think I say this a lot, but The Walking Dead started with Rick, it needs to end with Rick.
Yeah,
It's just that
I
simple.
agree. I wonder though, what is the movie going to be called? Is it going to be called The Walking Dead the movie, like Rick Grimes the movie?
Yeah, I
I
could
don't
see that.
maybe I don't know. Like, I hope they don't call it Helicopter Boy. Just call it something like
Yeah,
uh,
Helicopter boy.
Hey
are you
Dan.
going to watch Helicopter Boy?
it sounds so wrong. It sounds weird.
It's like a
Hey
kid's show.
Dan. Hey
Yeah,
Dan.
Epic. Yeah.
We know when Fear season 6B is returning. We know when the final season of the main show is returning, but when do you see World Beyond season 2 coming back?
Don't know,
Uh,
don't care.
I think
Probably.
fall.
I mean, if I have to say, I feel like they might be aiming for a summer release. If I had to make a prediction,
I mean, what I could see them doing is maybe like it
during the
airs
final season.
after maybe like we get 11A, then we get World Beyond season 2A,
Uh,
11B, then I don't know cuz I don't know if they'll split into two halves cuz I don't think World Beyond season 1 had like an A and B.
in my opinion, they're not going to take the chance that World Beyond like airs on its own. I feel like they got to air it with something because they know people hate it.
Oh, definitely. Like it's a mirror. I mean, maybe it could help if they air alongside The Walking Dead, because Fear the Walking Dead season 5 like killed like half the audience.
Hey
Yeah,
guys.
exactly.
Hey guys. Really quick with Ken. And then I have to end the stream. He says The Walking
Hey
Dead.
Dan.
He says, wait, hold on, Epic.
Yeah, Epic.
I just wanted to say that when the final season airs, I'm gonna savor the hell out of it.
Oh yeah, I think we all are. That's going to be a big moment.
Hey guys.
Definitely like
Wait, guys. Okay, so Ken said the Walking Dead movie Rick and Jada's Adventures. I hope they don't call it that. That would be terrible.
like I hope they can secure a big budget for this final season. Just since it's
I
a
hope
new
so
season as
too.
well. Like if there's like a like I know it might not make sense. In the case there is CRM versus Commonwealth, I want this war to be absolutely insane.
Yeah,
Like I want the
definitely.
Hey
fights to be the
Brian.
biggest action scenes in the history of TV.
Yeah,
Oh
definitely.
yeah. And I mean, they're calling it the epic final season, so they better
Hey
deliver.
Brian.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Really quick with Epic, and then I have to end the stream. Yeah, Epic.
How's this for a name for the movie? The Walking Dead Doomsday.
Hmm. I mean,
I
I
feel
don't
like it's
know.
got to be something like Rick related, though. I don't know what,
Yeah,
but it's got to be something related to him.
Walking Dead,
yeah.
the sheriff or something.
I don't know.
Sheriff
Or
officer or
Um.
how
something.
about The Walking Dead, the beginning of the end.
Too
The end of
long.
the beginning.
Too long.
The end of
No.
the beginning.
All right, guys.
That'll be way too long.
Yeah. All right, guys. I really have to go. I actually stayed longer than I was supposed to. So, guys, thank you so much. Well, thank you so much for attending. I really appreciate it. And yeah. Okay. So yeah, next stream will be Monday, hopefully. And we will talk about episode
Wait,
19.
wait. I just have to add something.
Perfect.
Uh, it's about King Ken. I'm kind of shocked that he's been streaming Game of Thrones Telltale game.
Oh, I
Oh,
mean,
he's playing
no
that.
shame to him, obviously. No
Okay.
shame on him.
I gotta go to his channel and just like talk about everything I did not like in the scenes that they showed in the game, like like the problems. Yeah, the game exists, like that's an issue, but like the glitches and just the characters doing stupid things, just
Oh,
I just gotta tell them all of it. But yeah, guys. Okay, so I really have to go. So thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have a good night. Have a good weekend too.
no problem.
So yeah, guys, I will see you. I will see you Monday.
Absolutely.
Okay. Bye,
Hey
guys.
Brian.
Uh, yeah, Epic. I really have to go. What's up?
I just wanted to say that enjoy episode 19 on Sunday.
Oh,
Monday.
I already saw it.
I'll,
Yeah, we've seen
me,
it.
Brian, and Dan have seen it. Yeah, yo, Dan, do you have a minute
All
to
right.
talk
Bye,
about
guys.